Okay, so you'll see that the top of the head and the rim, they're fairly flush on this drum. The drum that I completed earlier, if I take my ruler here, you can see it's about 1.5 centimetres. It looks almost like 2 centimetres there. Here we go. 1.5 centimetres from the head to the rim, and that's probably as much as we're looking for. Any more, and then when you start to tension these for tuning, the rings are gonna move further down than you might want them. So 1.5 centimetres, that's what we're aiming for tops. So where to start? I'm going to take my new magic weapon, which is this old hammer handle. I want to find the part of the drum where the rim is at its highest, and so I've got my magic weapon here. I'm going to find the part of the rim that is at its highest, and hopefully that will match up with the other end of the drum and the part of the rim that's at its highest on this side. So if we have a quick visual here, you can see the rim's quite high there. So following down from that side to the other, up to here, I think that's a fair place to start. It's fairly even on this side, but if we start here, I'm going to take the weapon, pop it through the rope, there we go, and twist. A bit difficult doing this one-handed. If I'd used a cleat, let's say, to tighten this rope, then I wouldn't have so much slack. I wouldn't be able to do what I've just done. There we go, I've just twisted. So now, if I carry on twisting, I'll end up pulling this down, and the other end up. I can twist. And then, I'll put my foot in there to hold that. Grab one of these. When I'm happy that I've tensioned it enough, and then I can clip it here to secure that point, and then find somewhere else to do exactly the same. I probably will do a few more of these here, but if I do loads, too many, then it's going to set some imbalance here that I'm then going to be battling against later on. So small adjustments at each stage, and we're just going to work around the whole drum, doing that kind of thing again and again and again, until we get closer to the sort of finish that we had over here. Each time you clamp, you'll end up with a new piece of slack. I feed that through, and again, and again, and again, working it around to the end there, and I'll find a new point. I'll find a new point just a few on from this to tension, feed that round, and another new point. So then that'll take what I've just created here and build it up here and here. So I've just worked around this edge here. I've got more height. Get the mallet out at every opportunity to make any corrections that you can see. And check what you've done against the other side of the drum. Like right now I can see that this edge here is creeping down in relation to everything else, so I could maybe do some knocks upwards. What this is doing is spreading the tension out across the ropes and moving the ring at the same time. we're not looking to have a tuned instrument at the end of this process. By the end of today, I'm aiming to have my skins so that I can leave them to dry to set into position, so that then after maybe 5 days I can tune the instrument. Although this skin might after a day start feeling dry, the moisture is going to be trapped in here, right next to the ring, and that's going to be the part of the skin that you end up stretching if you start tuning the drum too soon. So you want to leave it longer than shorter if you can. Even if this feels dry, it could still be damp in here. Definitely if you can move some of this about and it feels wet, then you need to leave it a few more days. Yeah, the longer you leave it, the better. Okay, so I think the next place I'm going to be working on is this rim here, which is looking quite shallow. Great. Okie doke, so I was just tensioning and the rope snapped, so this is quite a good opportunity to show you how to fix that sort of problem. What I'm going to do first is get my lighter and my pair of pliers, melt these ends and make them solid, hard. I'm going to tie a normal knot into this one, and then I'll show you the knot that I'll tie on this one to link it on. Okay, so I've melted the end of that one and tied a knot in it, and then this one, what I've had to do is pass some slack back through, so that made this piece longer. What I want to do is create a loop, so that's my little loop, and that's going to hook around that one in a minute. I'm going to cross it over as if I'm making a normal knot. If I was going to do a normal knot, then my tail would pass back through the front here, but instead I'm going to pass it around. So now you can see my loop, and I'm passing this tail through the hole there, so it follows back down. Hang on a second, just make it more obvious. There you go, so my tail is following back down where the original string is. So there's my loop, and if we pop on our knot in there, it's going to be like a slack rope. There we go, and that will hook on. So let's pop that in. Once you make this sort of correction, then you might want to get your lighter out again and start metal things together, so they're all a bit more secure. And here we go. Sorted. And we can get back to pulling our verticals up and down, back through. I wouldn't have been able to pull that extra slack through if I'd made a knot, or it would have been difficult to have undone that knot. So this nozzle is to have both ends loose, so you can be working from whichever end you want. I'll tidy this up, you know, I'll trim that and melt it, make it nice and pretty. Great. So here I am with the finished product. I'm really happy with the rim on this end particularly. The other end is a little bit shallow, but it's even all the way around, and over time, as the drum ages, it's going to get tightened more and more. The skins on these are really thick, so you can see how thick the skin was that I was cutting through. So they're going to last an age. I won't bother showing you the further tightening the Marley weave around here. I'll pop a link in the description. I'll search out the best video for that. Just to note that if you do your Marley weave up this end, it's going to tighten this end more than it is the other end, so I might be doing my Marley weave down that end to even up the drum. Good job done. Thanks for watching. Cheers.